Africa deserves better. Just imagine all the atrocities done to Africans were supposedly done to the whites. I ask, how would they feel? The soil of Africa has drunk enough blood already. The eyes of Africa has seen enough of the inhuman injustice. The seas has buried enough human bodies. And the wind has heard enough wailing from us. For more than 400 years, Africa has been the carpet on which the world cleans its dirty feet on. The woman that once knew herself and does things according to her own will is now a puppet to another, only because they say she is inferior.
He who hears the story of Africa and doesn't become sober isn't human enough. Yes, he isn't human enough.
But it is such a pity and a shame that the very black man that Nkrumah said will be able to manage his own affair is now rather looting his own people just to enrich his pockets and find favor in the eyes of the white lord. So I ask our past and present leaders, if Africa is to be their family and they the family heads, would they manage their family like this? Yes, I'm asking. Or they are blinded by the power they possess, that they can't see the vision for the establishment of the Africa our forefathers dreamt of before it was cast short by this greedy West. Africa has cried enough. Who marches to the promised land? Who is willing to become our Moses in these trying times? Who rekindle the dying flames of our ancestors' vision within us? Who will be our God and Savior so we live the dream we all have been sleeping, dreaming of?
Indeed, Africa has cried enough, but who is willing to be our Moses in these trying times? A prophet comes once in a generation to correct the erring nations with greater ideals, but who is ready to claim such a proud legacy? Every now and then we recite Africa like the Lord's Prayer, but when are we ever ready to bury our trespasses? When are we ever ready to step in the shoes of our brave gone warriors, to fight and console Mother Africa that is weeping under the midday sun? Like the tales of our descendants, strong and combative like warriors, they won many battles from the hands of slave masters. Their backs bent under the weight of humiliation brought the bitter taste of liberty to our doorsteps, the catalyst of our independence. But all of a sudden we abandoned their legacy to embrace our enemies with evil civility, sold the language of our tribes and dynasty, and paved way for them to rape away our minerals in disunity. What a pity. He who hears the story of Africa and doesn't become sober isn't human enough. Yes, he isn't human enough. But how do we rekindle the dying future of Africa when our own political leaders are those that fraud away our state funds to dine and wine with these same monsters? When shall we save ourselves from this mess embedded in the wilderness of corruption? From the shadows of despair, we must rise and arise to map the future of a new dawn Africa. Africa must rise again, unchained and free. Africa's time is now in the spirit of our ancestors' decree. A new dawn of Africa where dreams begin to fly over the African sky. Not an Africa that is wounded and her warriors defeated. Let's rise and arise to change the narrative. Africa deserves better.